Mike. Mike on the mic.
All right, we're going to jump right in. We got another Mike on the mic. Do you guys need warm-ups at all?
What, like
Warm-up questions.
Hornet Layans?
Yeah, Hornet Layans
Yeah, do you guys
with
want
no
some
underwear.
I want some underwearless Hornet Layans.
Yeah.
Ready, go.
So funny thing is that you were talking about on the last episode where you didn't wear any underwear one time.
On accident. Well, I mean, it was an accident I didn't have underwear.
You played a whole game.
Yes.
A guy who would not shower in front of other...
I showered because I was forced to.
Like, were they
I don't
standing
remember
there?
that, but-
Was it like the
What do
Gestapo?
you mean you don't remember that?
I don't remember. I mean,
Talk
you're just
about it.
unmemorable
Well, now
in the shower.
that
apparently.
makes me feel bad because I feel like I would be pretty memorable in the shower. You would.
There was no stand in the shower for you to sit on or whatever. No bench in the shower.
Bench in the shower.
That's why I quit really my junior year. I got tired of them not meeting my demands of a shower bench.
Would you keep bringing him up?
Yeah, you know what? I need a bench in the shower.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, do you understand?
The wrestlers brought chairs in there.
Oh, dude, the wrestlers, that was a weird time.
The wrestlers loved showering though with each other. I know that they used to like spend 3 hours hugging each other like in awkward positions and then grunting it out. But with
Isn't that enough?
Yeah.
That was it. You'd walk in there and you'd be like, these wrestlers just love
Our goal
showering
as
together.
basketball players was to get in there and shower and be out by the time the wrestlers came in.
For sure.
Because they were also aggressive. And they were aggressive even in the shower. Did you guys ever have that happen?
Oh, yeah.
Where they come up to you and start trying to, hey, touch you and wrestle you and stuff like that? You guys ever?
And it was never the little guys, right?
Right.
It was never the little guys. It
big
was
dudes.
always the Clergets. I mean,
I
the heavyweights.
I never had anybody come up to me in the shower and try to wrestle me.
Oh,
But
often.
I feel
It felt like prison. Like
See,
that's
this
why I'm
is-
afraid of prison.
this is the
It's
thing.
'cause of this.
This is why mandatory showers in high school are the creepiest thing a grown man can do to high school kids. Like, look, we understand this 300-pound wrestler's going to come in here and be aggressive, but we kind of want to see that.
I feel like it shaped me into the man I am today.
Well, I feel like it shaped you into something. But I'm just saying, like, look, man, give us a break here.
I saw shapes I didn't want to see.
Yeah, look, I'm not about not being clean.
Right.
Just let the kids go home and shower.
Yeah. They're like 20 minutes away from their own house.
At the most. If you live in
their
Auburn, you're
own
20 minutes away from your house.
Bathroom
Right.
and shower.
Right.
Do
Why?
you? Okay. Do you shower in the morning?
Yes.
Or do
Yes.
you shower at night?
Every morning.
Every
Do you-
morning.
So
Yes,
do
man.
I.
It's like
I
coffee.
I can't shower at night
Me either.
because I'll wake up and then feel all greasy. I gotta
agree.
shower in the
I
morning.
agree. I 100%.
Every morning.
I don't feel right if I shower at night. If I shower at night, I feel dirty all day.
Let me ask you
Right,
this.
well, if I shower at night, like after basketball, I'll take a shower.
Yeah.
I'm still showering the next morning.
I agree. I have to have that shower in the morning.
Yeah.
Me too. It's like coffee. Wakes you up. Brushing your teeth. Do you do it in the morning or do you just like do it at night and then go to bed and then wake up and just hit the deck?
I brush my teeth every morning. I don't do it at night.
I brush my teeth at 2 p.m. every day.
Wait. So in the morning.
Don't do it. 2 p.m. every day.
Shut up.
No, I'm fine.
Sorry, guys. Meeting.
And
Sorry.
the reason I asked this, when's yours? When's yours? Before I tell
In the
my story?
morning before I go.
My brother, we're sitting around the dinner. This is maybe right before he marries Amber or right after. We kind of sit there. We're talking about brushing teeth. Another Adam story where he gets he's going to be like really loving that I
Hopefully
told
he
the
doesn't
story.
do it while he's driving because he ran into somebody. Shove that brush.
He
in
was
his
also
eyes.
brushing his teeth.
A girl riding a bike and I'm brushing my teeth.
He's going to glug that toothbrush.
Glugging.
He's going to glug
I don't
it.
even know what he's talking about. I don't know what Mike's talking about. I thought about that the other day. And I'm like, I can't believe I told that story.
Now I know the story.
The
Now I
glove,
remember the story. Oh, it's the worst.
So anyway, my brother, he's sitting around the breakfast and dinner table, and we're talking about when you brush your teeth. And my brother was like, oh, yeah, no, I brush my teeth at night.
Okay.
And we're like, okay, cool, yeah, we do that too. What about in the morning? Oh, no, I've already brushed my teeth at night. I don't need to rebrush my teeth. And we're like, dude, like your mouth has been shut.
That's the worst.
It's just been like for 8 hours, just breathing in, breathing out, whatever. But you got like this bacteria that's growing on your teeth. And then you're gonna go hit the town, hit work, hit wherever, and you haven't brushed your teeth. And he's like, yeah, that's what I do. and Amber gave the most disgusted look in her entire
Before this is after marriage.
She had no clue.
This was after marriage.
Might have been after, might have been before, right in that middle area.
So this could have been right after the best DJ performance at a wedding that's ever been given.
Ever.
Ever.
Bangers.
Okay.
Ever. So anyway, he kind of gave a oh, she didn't know. So now he brushes his teeth in the morning.
That's a good. I feel like that's solid.
Compromise. That's how marriages
It's
work.
marriage.
Yeah.
It's marriage. New Year's resolutions. We're talking about New Year's now. We're hitting this
Great.
hard.
This wasn't on the
This
prerequisite
was.
or
Was it?
pre-questionnaire.
Oh wait, no, we're hitting New Year's, but I wanted to recap of 2019. But New Year's resolutions. This is just for you guys. Any New Year's resolutions? I got 2 questions for you. The first one is: do you have any resolutions that you're thinking of?
I said I would stop chewing.
Ew.
As
Shut
soon
up,
as the baby,
really?
That's a
as
big
soon
one.
as
Are
the
you
baby was
dead
born,
serious?
as soon as the baby was born, I told Gabby that I'd stop chewing.
It's a big
When the
commitment.
baby was born, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So it could be one. I'm not saying it is one, but it could be one.
Well,
There's always the get in shape. We could get a
Right.
We could
You get the
get a gym membership across the bridge over in Buckley and go 3 times.
4 times, and then
I still
You did
I
that?
still have it.
you got to cancel that. I
Still have
cancel.
it. It's been 2 years. I've
every
been 3
month
times.
are you paying that?
Yeah.
It's like $15 or what?
Yep.
No, it's like 30.
Jeez.
$30.
You got to cancel that. I finally canceled
Support
mine.
support local businesses.
Yeah, I finally canceled mine a few months ago. But
Yeah, I need to do that.
Quitting chewing is a big deal, though.
Sprouse quit chewing
Did he?
Shut up.
with the baby. They just had a baby.
Like, what's the difference between his baby's age to your baby's age?
3.5 months.
I'm so drunk right now.
Did you start
So-
before we got here?
I have like 3 or 4.
Here's the deal with that, though.
You're not going to make it through the next one.
So
I gotta stop drinking.
it's obvious that
You want some water?
Sprouse is more dedicated
That's
to
whiskey.
his baby. No, I feel like chewing is it's one of the more addictive things. I feel like because
For sure.
Burrito, he had like a skin graft he had to have, right?
Yeah.
And he's still doing it.
I was addicted the first time. The first chew I ever took, I was addicted.
See, I'm such a wuss because
Well, I was the only one of our friends not to puke.
see, I puke.
I didn't puke.
Still to this day, every single time, I'll just throw up.
Yep. No, we were.
How many times have you tried?
There was a summer where I was like, I'm going to chew. No joke. And I probably tried it.
Golfing, anything.
Right.
I am chewing.
I'm chewing.
driving to work.
No, I didn't do that because I would get dizzy and I would puke. But I literally tried to chew for like a summer, and probably 15, 20, and I puked every single
Really?
time.
Really?
Wow.
Yep.
See, I could tell you exactly when it was. We were out on the dock on Lake Sammamish,
Mm-hmm.
and we were, well, I don't know how old we were. We were 21, and we were drinking on BG's dock. And I had told Burrito a million times no. But this one time I said, sure, I'll try it. And the best buzz I ever had.
What
And
was it though? What was the? Like,
What kind
was
of
it-
chew?
Was it wintergreen?
It was Skull
Kodiak,
Wintergreen.
Whatever.
Skull Wintergreen.
Wow.
So,
Mhm.
serious question. So, Burrito has hit on your sister. Maybe you've wrecked your family at some point.
Mhm.
Got you addicted to chewing.
Mhm.
Doesn't come around really much anymore.
Not really. Says he is, but doesn't come.
Right. I feel like at this point, I am the far better friend here.
So second marriage.
Second
or
marriage, who's
if
your best
you-
man?
If you
Renew your vows.
is Mike the best man?
It would have to be second marriage. Renewing your vows, you don't really have anybody.
true.
Second marriage, you're in.
Well, see, now I'm voting for the demise of Kyle's marriage.
Here's the thing. I almost made the cut too. This is when we started playing PUBG
Oh,
and
yeah.
a little bit of COD, but I think it was mostly PUBG. And me and Kyle would like spend nights just like staying from like 9 p.m. to midnight playing together, talking
Just
to each
glugging.
other.
Yep.
And he even said, "Hey, if someone drops out, you're in."
Hey, let's be honest. CD, DB, whatever. I mean, we had a moment at our wedding
Yeah.
where he said some, like, everybody was out. Tony was out.
I heard about that moment. Yeah.
Yes. CD and I had a serious moment. Like, we cried. Like, he had some really cool things to say.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And we had, like,
I'm glad
her dad was in there,
Yeah.
and like he's a softie. So like I started crying. CD probably didn't start crying,
Right.
and then Rick was crying. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a moment.
I am glad that he had that because if he was,
But
if
this
he
is the
wasn't
thing
in
about
there-
CD. What I was saying, like, we love the guy, but we just don't know what happened to him. He left for a pack of cigarettes.
Never came
just
back.
never came back.
4 years ago.
He was there at the Christmas exchange, the Christmas party. It was good to see him.
I didn't believe any of that.
Yeah.
Was there any photo evidence?
I don't think we wanted to make it look like he didn't show up because that was his idea. He was like, "Oh yeah, no, pretend that I'm not
Yeah,
here."
and then we'll wear robes and jump out of a room.
Dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was crazy when we opened the door. How many people were piled on top of each other, like with their ear to the door?
Just the most anxiety I've ever had in my life. Thanks a lot.
I just love that Henry was like, "Are they really fighting there?" And I was like, "I think so."
I
He
was
goes-
hearing
he
pounds
goes,
going, "Open the door!"
and then Henry was like, "Travis, you got to go, dude. You got to go." I'm like, "Yeah, Travis has got to go."
Yes. the from the moment that they were both going,
Yeah.
we were like, "Oh, great!"
Right.
So to tell the listeners,
will you tell the
this,
story?
So one of our friends, CD or DB or what do they call him, BFFF in my phone.
I feel like this is where you should have like, "Am I the asshole?" kind of thing.
Oh, for
on, like,
sure.
Like on your wall or something. The Full Buddy Cast Facebook page is like,
Yeah.
"Am I the asshole here?" And
I'm going to put a poll out there, maybe.
Yes.
That'll say, "Am I an asshole for this? Yes or no?" But it wasn't even me. It was more this guy. One of our friends said, "Hey, let's pretend that we're mad at each other."
Time out. Let's pretend that my ex-girlfriend, who had the only relationship that I've had and forever, gave my other friend a BJ in a parking lot, and we're mad at each other. That's the premise of the story here. Don't sugarcoat it.
The problem is that it was believable.
Right. This is believable. Like, this is the part where it's like, Travis is at a point where like, maybe, I don't know.
I'm like, yeah, that's believable.
Yeah.
So anyway, we staged this fight. It was his idea. He's like, "Hey,
Well, okay, hold on again. This whole build-up happened like a month before the party.
This is a month of group text
Right.
messaging where you hate each other.
Right, where literally they are going at each other for a month.
It wasn't like a couple days or a
No.
week because we all had anxiety of the fact that you both were showing up to the party.
I did not know this, by the way. I did not know that the anxiety of others was there. I thought we'd build it up, but just a little bit.
How do you not know that you guys?
A little bit of drama.
Because
but not
CD,
much.
I think CD was there first because he was living there.
He was living there, yeah. I
and
helped him
and
move.
you showed up,
No,
and
no.
we were all, I'm pretty sure, looking over the railing to watch you walk in the door.
I remember this specifically. Travis was there first.
No.
Yes.
He lived there.
No, hang on. CD came in later and walked right downstairs
Oh,
and wouldn't come upstairs to the party. And that's when we were like, this is weird. Like, this is so awkward because CD, who lived here, came home from work and went right downstairs with all of his friends upstairs.
yes.
So we planned this thinking it would be really fun and funny for all involved. That was our first mistake. The second mistake was that we actually planned this and went through with it. But the first, so we thought, hey, when you ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Like, yeah. Hey, we should like plan something where we then show up in robes just like the whatever brothers of It's Always Sunny. I'm like, that's a great idea. And so then we like, hey, we got to pretend to fight. So we planned this dumb,
And create
stupid
some
thing.
elaborate story about
It was DB's idea the entire time. He thought, oh, that we'll do this. I'll say
DB?
this.
Oh, DB.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
diabetic.
I made that up myself. Sorry, whiskey. Whiskey.
So we're like, oh, that's a great idea. I'm like,
Right.
that's a great idea. So then the plan was, hey, I'll bring like a change of clothes. I'll wear this robe and he'll wear this robe. And so it was our Christmas party with all the friends.
Friends and wives, kids.
I feel like that was
Everybody was there.
CD. I call him CD.
Okay.
Okay. compact disc, walks downstairs, and goes into his room. And I believe, Travis, you were like, screw it. I'm going to go talk to him.
Yep.
And we're like, no. And you go down into the room, and you guys fake fought in there.
Oh, we locked the door because thankfully he had a door on his or a lock on his door. But
Yeah.
so then we were changing the whole time. I remember changing and going like, "Hey, you get," and we're like hitting walls and stuff, and he's like hitting a wall, like, "Oh, you shut up! Oh, I hate you!" And so
we are all piled,
and
like we're trying to hold the gates of a castle from the Vikings getting in. We're like all
I can't think of whatever
door.
sitcom it is, but just picture like people like stacked on top of each other trying to listen through a door. We open the door, a couple people fall through, and everyone's just like,
What did you say? Didn't you?
Merry Christmas!
Is that what it was?
Yeah, we said Merry Christmas, and everyone's
For
like,
some reason, I thought it was like O'Doyle rules or something.
we might have said Doyle rules or whatever, but I know that for us, we thought that would be really fun and funny.
I mean,
No.
it is funny now. It's funny now.
It's still not funny now.
No, I
There
think
was
it's funny
nothing
now.
about that was funny.
That
It was not funny then, no.
At that time, it was like, oh, this is going to be so funny for everybody. And then
Mm-hmm.
even now, I go look back and I go, what was I thinking?
I went
Right.
up. I was puking in the bathroom because of anxiety,
it was brutal.
or whiskey. I don't know.
That
what
was
it
a long story. That's like a 5-minute story
Yeah, I
for all
know.
that. But anyway,
You should have a. You should. It's like inside the friend group podcast. That's what this is.
that's well.
If
that's-
you want it,
that's,
if
that's
you
just
want,
going to the league.
if you want, if
just
you
name
want
it-
the inner circle,
Yeah.
Ooh, inner circle.
Just name it Inside of You with Mike.
inside of us,
Inside of you.
inside of us,
With Mike.
Oh,
Inside of
man.
us. with your
the
host.
the
For
insider.
anyone that
With
listens to
Kyle
that,
and
if
Mike.
we air that, thank you for listening. I want to know your guys' dumb. I want messages. I get messages. I want to know your guys' like stories of doing something stupid. You thought it was hilarious, be great idea, and then it was just the worst thing in the world. That even now it gets referenced. Everyone kind of chuckles a little bit, but they mostly go,
Mine would probably be the time that Travis was like, hey, let's do a podcast. I think that's where most of my people make fun of me about. It was like, hey, nice podcast, Dick.
yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No, it was good.
Yeah.
It's good. But there have been a few terrible ideas that I've been a part of. Just
Throwing your brother
the,
out of his own bachelor party
what'd I do?
at the
Ask me anything.
no
And I completely forgot.
Jesus?
at the
When he got-
Reasons
when he
getting
got
kicked out of
86?
his own
He got
bachelor
86?
I thought it'd be
party.
hilarious to get my brother 86th from the Four Seasons prior to his bachelor
You know
party.
what?
I've made a ton of bad decisions in my life, Travis. None of which I'm ever going to talk about on this podcast.
I was excited for that.
Yeah.
We'll keep that. We'll keep
Okay.
that at the yeah. So 2020.
2020.
What are your resolutions
2020.
for yourselves? You said that you were going to quit chewing. What about you?
Whoa. I said that might be.
Might
You might
try.
quit
I
chewing.
might quit chewing.
I'm going to eat oysters every day.
You said it right.
Mike's been waiting
I
to
love
redeem
it.
himself of oysters ever since Joey's
Raise your hand in your car right now if you heard him say oysters.
oysters.
Oyster.
Oyster.
I'm going to eat oyster
And
every
the
day.
whole, I remember editing that and going, "What did I say to that? Did I call him out for that? Nope, I didn't. I kept it going."
I did in the
And
play-by-play.
then Kyle throws it out there in the text message. Mike, say oysters for us or something like that.
I cannot wait to eat oysters every day in 2020.
Mike's been practicing that on his way on his
practiced
drive
it
into
today.
work.
I practiced
and
on the
today
phone. He practiced it on the phone with me
with Kyle
today.
today. I call him. I'm like, oyster. Oyster.
Yeah.
I gotta say this though, for the text message like generation that we live in, Mike calls people. It's crazy. Joey calls people too, but Mike calls people, and it's like never like it's never like a I remember being like a kid, listening to my parents talk on the phone because we had the landline and all that. Okay, well, it was great talking to you. All right, well, it was great talking to you too. Well, we should catch up soon. Maybe we can hang out sometime. Okay, great. Yeah, we should plan something. All right, well, love you. Thanks for calling. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Mike's is this, like at the end. Oh yeah, that's why I called bye. Like it's just like immediately, like not even a bye. Or that's why I called click. Like it's never. Even
I don't know
like
that we ever get to that. It's
you.
one of us gets home, and then we just got to stop talking.
I'm home.
Yeah.
Beep 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 beep.
So Tyson calls it. It's hilarious. Tyson goes, whenever I call Tyson, he'll go, "You're on your way home, aren't you?" I'll go, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, this is the on the way home call."
Yeah. I think I'm like third on that, second on the list.
At least second, yeah.
Katie,
probably Kyle, Ty. Well, Kyle and Ty. I think we do 3-ways sometimes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
phone
we
calls
do.
or
We do.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. So a burrito.
That's why this podcast should be called Inside of Us.
Right. A burrito KP 3-way call on the way home sometimes.
do you guys really have like everybody
The
on?
beans inside that burrito.
Yep. I am the tortilla that holds the burrito together, really.
Well, it makes sense.
Right.
You're Martinez.
Right.
That makes sense.
Man.
So yeah, no, I like to talk, man. It's just like I think you and I talked about it a bit. Was this day and age, it's so easy to be disconnected from people,
Sure.
and so there's a lot to say. Like the argument we kind of were talking about the argument we had about
Was it Lamar
with hips around teachers, and I was obviously being fully sarcastic in my comments.
man.
Okay, the only reason I knew you were sarcastic is because you told me
Right,
person
had
to
no
person.
clue.
I heard
This
him
is a
say, "I'm
bathrobe
being
incident.
sarcastic."
Right, but
Where
it's-
I'm like thinking like, oh shoot.
right,
Yeah.
But it's the text, right? Like Hips knows that I have. I don't, I think teachers have a pretty good job, but
Right.
I'm not going to bash anybody. And so he took that like, Mike is just like being an a-hole right now. So I'm gonna make fun of something that really is gonna get at Mike, right? And I was like, dude, I was just kidding. Why you got to be an asshole?
That's the problem.
Right?
That's the problem with text messages.
So
is
that's when
you never
you
know.
can't read
Right.
sarcasm.
And
And when you
that's-
have
you can only hear
12 people
sarcasm.
on it, you're like,
Right.
like at least 4 of those people are thinking, oh,
Right.
my
Shot fired
gosh.
here, right?
Yeah.
And so that's when it was like I was like, dude, I'm just kidding here.
Right.
And so that's why I like to call people. Just I like to talk.
Maybe that's maybe that's my resolution.
What's that? You call people more?
Call people more.
Or you
gotta
tell people
call
I talked to 2-3 people on the phone, and that's my wife, Mike, and Burrito.
Burrito.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Burrito calls me twice daily.
it's so funny how both of you guys use the friggin' phone. Like, as if it's supposed to be that way.
Right, as
It's
if
always been that way.
we never
Right.
call Travis.
I've called Travis a couple times.
He
don't
does.
know.
I'm at work. It's like
I
3:30.
text you like outside the chain
Yeah,
sometimes.
here and
there.
Yeah. I'll be honest with the text chains. Like I said the other night, I came back to my phone after basketball practice and I had 94 text messages.
so
I read the
much.
first 10 and skipped to the
Yeah.
and didn't read
And
the
it was
rest.
political and it was real. And I appreciate the shout
You know
out.
what I
of
appreciate?
Kyle saying that it was like, hey, Travis, you're being real right now. I appreciate that.
Here's the thing I liked about the
Impeachment?
impeachment
one? Yeah.
conversation was it was completely respectful and completely, well, besides Burrito throwing in his jabs.
Right.
But, I mean, beyond that, it was like people just trying to explore other people's opinions, which I
Right.
thought was no one was passing judgment. No one was saying, hey, you're an idiot. Well, besides Burrito.
Right.
But, I mean.
That's not the word he used.
Right. But it was like a respectful conversation to say, hey, this is just, we're all talking from feelings right now, and this is how it feels. But
Right.
everybody understood it and just had a good conversation, which was cool.
I wish I would have read it then
Well,
because I jumped in at the end and I'm like, what did I say? Henry's
Well,
left,
this
Mike's
is-
in the middle, Travis is making jokes.
Right.
Like I didn't
Yeah.
read the whole thing
He
to
didn't.
see that everybody was actually
this
being.
is-
I
was legit
figured
like
that.
seriously with there's certain people that I can be sarcastic with and there's other people that I can't be. And so with them like hips, I try my best to just be like keep it not sarcastic with him. And because I know that he comes from he's a guy that I respect and I want to make sure that I don't offend. And he comes from a different thought process than I do and a lot of belief systems that we use. And so I try my best to like keep it respectful with him. But yeah, anyone else I would probably be just like sarcastic with.
Yeah.
But I was talking to Kyle about this today, and he was like, "Why are you so angry?" Like that's what Kyle asked me. Like, why are you so angry all the time when you like
Right.
argue?
You're
with
an
us?
angry arguer.
An angry arguer, and I'm like, the part that makes me angry, and it's not. It's like
is that you guys are so stupid.
is that you guys get me there, right? Because it's like
Right.
the Lamar Jackson.
we're like
stats.
we're like fluffers.
Right. It's like the Lamar. Like we have this argument about Lamar Jackson, and I'm like, I go and I get the NFL data, and I'm like, here's what it says. Right. Here's what it says. I didn't make the data up. I didn't put the numbers in.
Sure.
Here's what it says, and here's how Lamar Jackson ranks amongst passing. And they basically were like, "Fuck you and your numbers. You're an idiot. Lamar Jackson's number 2."
Which
And
we
I'm
all,
like,
which we all think still, but
Right.
but the stats are like whatever.
right. And I'm like, well, guys, I don't know. Like, what else do you want me to show you?
Right.
Like, what? And it's just, and then just fuel the fire.
Well, here's the problem is that like it's our opinion. It was
You're subjective,
yes,
and I'm very
This-
objective.
yes.
In my argument.
Well, I know, but even the stats that you were using. Our opinion was that some of those stats didn't matter,
Right.
And that it's leaving out some stats.
And
that
I feel
would
like he could have been
I-
like
and
ninth
guys,
or eighth.
I don't agree. I don't disagree with you at all. I was very upfront. The data set I'm using is the NFL passing
yes.
statistics.
But you're very black and white.
Yeah.
because it's the NFL who I feel like is the authoritative source here.
Yeah,
And
but the
say,
NFL,
here's how we grade
the
passers.
NFL also uses the QBR.
They don't use QBR. ESPN uses QBR.
Here's my win out of this whole
Hmm.
situation. I was arguing with Mike. I was just happy to like survive and keep a friendship going after that. Like that was like my win.
Here's
I'll be honest. Most of the times that I text people off the chain while the chain is going is with arguments with Mike. Like when Tyson was arguing with you about like a week ago about the football game and play calling. Yeah. I was like, Tyson. I text Tyson, I'm glad that you're arguing with him because I can't do it right now. And then Travis the other day, I text Travis when he's arguing with Mike.
So Hips did too.
But
Hips is like, you're completely right in this whole situation.
Here's the question. When you look at the numbers, who was right?
Numbers wise, I mean, the weird thing was how
No, don't show where did Lamar Jackson rank in the passing ranks from the NFL? The passing stats of the
15th.
NFL.
I just feel like sometimes there's too much black and white
Yeah.
in your argument.
But this is the thing. Like, if
But
you want to argue
but you
that
got to push like the higher part. Like you got to push like he is a threat passing
no
now.
one said he wasn't a threat passing.
and some of
No
those-
one
That's what
said
I
he
was saying
wasn't-
this whole
No one said he
time.
wasn't a great player. No one said that he doesn't win games. What I said was he's a middle of the road quarterback.
We need a fantasy football
Which I
podcast.
feel like was
do need-
proven through the stats
do need
that
a
the
fantasy
NFL
football podcast.
uses.
Yeah.
no one's
through
going to listen to this
quarterbacks.
part. They're just going to
Yeah, they're gonna
30
skip
seconds
through this.
skip.
Anyway.
Thanks,
skip.
Kellen, for listening. Everyone
Yeah.
else skipped it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so New Year's resolutions. 29 minutes in.
Yeah.
Do you have New Year's resolutions for other people that you want to like share with? I'm going to use the restroom. You guys are going to talk.
I got to pee too.
We're gonna pause it.
Pause.
Like I haven't had to piss that bad.
I'll be
since,
honest.
Like a movie theater.
I'm breaking my own rule
What's that?
by this drink. I don't drink on work nights.
Oh, that's right.
I'm off till the 3rd.
I don't drink. I call them school nights. I don't drink on school nights. I don't drink Sunday night through.
Was the
Thursday
wife
night.
a little bit like, whoa?
I'm surprised she didn't get pissed at me because she'll like want to have some wine or a
Right.
beer on a Wednesday night, and I'm like, nope,
Going down on a Tuesday.
Are you a wine drinker?
No.
Drinker at all? Like
All right.
on the weekends?
no.
I gotta get us back on track here.
Okay, New Year's. Do you have any resolutions for anybody else?
I feel like
No.
he was going to get us back on track. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. No, I don't. No New Year's resolutions.
For
You know
Katie.
what? No, here's my New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
I hope Kyle quits chewing.
Me too.
Yeah.
Can we hold you to that? Do you want us to be like
Gosh,
your
that's
people or what?
I mean,
I feel
okay,
like
I do it. Okay,
I do it for the
money
kids.
wise, if I was to quit it, I don't know. It's tough.
Would you
Like I spend $80 a month on chew.
that's like a cable bill. Okay.
Okay.
So
So
what kind of cable do you have?
Okay, just kidding. That's like half of a cable bill.
it's like a third.
That's an internet bill.
It's like a tank of gas.
Yeah. So I spend $80 a month on Chew, and that equates to what? $960 a year. Okay.
Okay.
And this is how I justify it, though. Gabby goes and gets her hair colored
Okay.
every 3 months. $300.
Well, see, this is
Do
the
you
problem.
get a haircut? And how much is your haircut?
$20.
See, this is the problem. though.
Wait, 2 weeks?
I usually actually wait for a long time.
So like a month and a half?
I've gone like 3 months.
Oh, okay, never mind.
This is the problem, though, Kyle. Katie could do her hair for $100, but she doesn't do it.
Huh?
Katie could do Gabby's hair for $100.
Oh, I was like, do my
Right.
hair for $100.
No.
I just said I paid $20.
Yeah, but Gabby's not at that level of commitment yet.
No, yeah,
to trust.
she's got friends at the Gene Juarez and
Katie went to Gene Juarez.
Gene Juarez. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe that's why.
I don't know. I'm just saying, she's got to have more trust in the friend group.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 Hey, maybe that's her New Year's resolution.
That's Gabby's New Year's. Can you put that for her? Say that we talked, we discussed it.
Let's do the same thing for Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie loves hanging out with everybody, but she's like, I feel like everyone has to get like the wives on like the guys are cool, but the wives have to get drunk
In order to hang out with each other.
in order to hang out with each other.
Yeah,
A little bit more.
Yeah, no, I think it. I think it. Yeah, I think it depends on kind of the personalities there. But I would say that there's a group of girls who have been together much longer.
Oh, yeah.
that are a little bit more comfortable with each other.
It is hard to break into our friend group. Travis, you probably attest to this.
Dude, it took
it's
me
hard
for years.
to break into the friend. I bet it's harder as a chick to break in our friends' wives group.
But the thing is like the wives are like we're outgoing. Like we can talk, we can chat, we can get crazy and just laugh about stupid stuff and talk about stupid stuff. And like we can argue and then like 5 minutes later we're BFFs again.
Well, yeah, because that's
But-
the difference between
but the
dudes
girls are
and
like
chicks.
quieter. Like we all married
Silent
quieter
assassins.
chickers. I don't know if that's a word. But we,
Chickadees.
but we hired and married
Gabby's Russian, just in case you needed to know.
quiet chicks, and so they're kind of a little more reserved. And then so like, hey, let's go to the Lee. And there's like 5 of us, and the wives come because they want to just join and hang out with us. And then it's like they kind of like have to like drink a little bit more to kind of hang.
Well,
out.
here's the thing: if all the dudes, if us 3 were gonna go out right here, and Gabby came, she could hang out like one of the
Right,
dudes, right?
right.
Or if
Right.
Katie came, or
Right.
if Jamie came, she
Right.
could hang out like one of the dudes. But if we all brought our wives, well, that's a small group. Our wives would just get along just fine.
That's the thing.
Sure.
They would get along fine.
The thing with Katie is I've known her forever, but she's the hardest person to read if you don't
Well,
know her.
she's just quiet. Yeah.
She's a quiet person, but yet Mike is not a quiet person.
No.
So it's like, hey, 80 of you guys, come over to my house.
Mm-hmm.
And like Katie's sitting there like, I'm going to like cook and I'm going to clean. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to keep my kids under control. And I'm going to do my best. And Mike's out there smoking a cigar, drinking a beer,
playing music.
Yeah.
playing music
here's-
and enjoying it.
But here's the thing about Katie that everybody misses is like,
Not saying, I'm not dissing her, but I'm
no,
just saying like,
no, it's not a diss at all. But
Yeah.
it's like Katie likes to have fun,
Right.
But in the example of like, hey, everybody come to my house. One of the things that we looked at when we bought a bigger house was like we enjoy entertaining,
Right.
sure.
so we
That's
need a
cool.
house that helps us do that.
Right.
Our other house wasn't conducive to that, right? So her thought when we bought our house was we like to entertain, so we need to buy a floor plan that helps us entertain better. It's not like she doesn't like it.
Sure.
It's just that she doesn't like surprises. Like when I bring home 40 people from a golf course, they're like, "Hey, come to the house." She's like, "Hey, a little heads
She
up
wants
would
a
have been
little heads
nice,
up, yeah.
right?" Like,
Can you at least hit me by hole 9 with the fact that you're coming over with a bunch
because she
of
wants
dudes?
like, well, do we need food? Do we need drinks? Do we need?
Yeah.
She wants to take care of people. So she doesn't appreciate it when I just am like, hey, all 40 of us come over to the house
Right.
party.
Right.
I would love to like entertain just like you guys, because we always go over to your house, and that's sweet. We all have a good time, but I would love to be one that could like, we got a house that's big enough to entertain a few people, right? And I would definitely need to give Gabby like, you could call Katie at the turn on a golf course,
Right.
I would need to let Gabby know the day before.
Right.
Because she's such a planner and meticulous, and she's got OCD with the house being super clean and all that stuff.
Honest truth, real quick. Do you guys miss golf right now?
Yes.
I went golfing the other
I
day.
miss it so.
I went golfing with TB 2 days ago.
How many holes did you play? 4?
36. Went to Washington National, played 2
They
rounds.
flew to Palm Springs.
No, we just went to the dude. So I'm telling you now, you've got to golf because here's what happened. TB and I go out and we're gonna golf 4 or 5 holes, right? The first hole I tee up, whiff twice,
First hole?
whiff twice, hit one. We're on hole 10 now, but we'll be hole 1.
Right.
Whiff twice, hit one completely left, shank it so hard left.
Left towards the
In the
green on
trees.
18.
Yes.
So opposite of the net.
Opposite the net.
Okay.
Just blast one sideways. I'm like, what is going on? This is awful. Hit one. We're the only ones on the course. There's no one else there. I hit the ball, and I shank it left. I hit it so far right. They have a big piece of machinery up over the golf carts park normally. I nail the machine.
Is the net gone?
Yes, and that's gone. I nail the machine and pull back and land in the box of hole 1 tee. So I hit from there, completely aimed left, hit it into the fairway over the river, and then play the other hole from there.
Let's talk about that.
Awful. Yeah,
Let's say that you didn't do that on accident. That's almost so.
that's almost a good strategy.
Yes,
right?
hit a pitching wedge over into the fairway on number 1.
Right.
And
Okay.
hit over the trees.
That's almost a good play.
If
Right.
you can get it through the trees, though. That's the hardest
Well,
part.
so my problem was it was all accidental. And so then I got over there and I'm playing across the river trying to get over the trees. I get it through, thank God. But it was it took me 10 swings to even hit a ball correctly. It was awful. Yeah.
The thing about KP that I love and hate at the same time is that he loves golf. And so I thought, hey, I win big at the casino every once in a while. I'll probably want to buy a golf cart. And then I approach him on it, and he's like, yeah, no, I'm cool. Don't need a golf cart. I'm cool. Then 2 months later, buys a golf cart with TV.
You called me about the golf cart.
I wanted
I
it.
have
Okay,
one.
here's
I know
the
you have
deal.
one at
Here's
Suncadia.
I have one here right
Okay.
here. It's at home right now.
so
Shut up. But it's for Suncadia.
I take it over there in the summer.
I was so mad.
it was not a good decision on your part to buy a golf cart because you don't golf enough.
I'm golfing way more now.
You say that.
I
When-
do.
when did you
Okay,
not golf?
okay, all right.
2 times a week.
At
2 to 3
at
times a
that
week.
point, it was not a good business decision on your part to buy a golf cart. Now, in
Which would have been
retrospect,
great for you.
yes, in retrospect, I should have bought a golf cart with you because I would have used it.
Way
I
more
would
than
have.
me.
I would have never been like, "Oh,
I
I'm
feel
going
like-
golfing," and at TB's got the freaking golf cart out on the course already.
I feel like this is the problem though, is that you would have done that. So you guys buy a car together, right?
Yeah.
And something happens, and you're like, oh, we got to replace something that's $400.
Right.
That's when shit gets weird. Because you're like, Kyle's calling Travis, hey, we need to get $400 this part. And you're like, well, I don't even fucking use it that much.
See, that's when we call you. Hey, Mike, can we borrow
Yeah.
$400?
No, but I mean, I think that's weird. That's why I don't know. That's why I'm lucky with mine.
Well, I win
Yeah.
big, and I got to spend my money immediately at the casino. It's okay, I won big. What do I want to buy? I want to buy this, and I'll go.
So it
and
was
I'll go
an
buy
impulse buy for you.
always. But if I can,
no long term outlook.
yeah. But if I can pay it
It's like
off,
Lamar Jackson stats. Let's
No,
look at
he's-
one piece of the puzzle.
he's going to be the greatest quarterback in the history of
So,
life.
how much would you have wanted to spend on a golf cart?
$800,
TB and I spent $1,500 a piece.
$1,500.
yeah,
yes.
I got mine for $800, but it was a rip a deal from.
We
Tyson.
bought the golf cart. I think the cart was $1,000, so $500 a piece, and then the batteries themselves were about $1,000, so it's another $500 a piece.
Sure.
Then we got the speaker system.
How is
The
the wife
wrap.
about all this?
She doesn't really question. I don't spend a lot of money, so she doesn't question when I do.
Just on TV.
That's like a pair of sheets for Gabby.
Yes.
right? Like she buys like $1,000 sheets for their
No,
bed.
she is not, and I appreciate it because I get to sleep in those sheets.
Right.
But her taste, she's got some expensive taste.
Caviar, baby.
Let's go back to the Christmas list that she sent me.
Yeah.
Okay. There wasn't anything. Okay. There's like 3 things that were under $100, but everything else was $100 or more,
Right.
Wow.
Right.
up to $500.
I
Like,
feel like-
do you just want one thing for Christmas? Because here's your $500
Here's the pro
gift.
tip: you tell your spouse, "I bought you something for like $600. You really bought it for like $300, but it looks like $600." Then they buy you something for $600. Oh,
I just bought her.
Net at
I just
$300.
bought her $375 worth of. She wants to work from home, right?
Oh,
so
did you
she's.
get your monitors?
I got her monitors. Yeah,
How-
Costco.
I feel bad.
Mike
that
feels
didn't text
so
you back.
offended
no,
right now
he
that he
did.
didn't even.
I
talk
text
to
him.
about
I
that.
text him. I was like,
Oh,
"Hey,
okay.
I'm trying to buy some monitors. Do you got any good deals?" He's like, "Yes, for sure." And then nothing.
So what happened was work.
So I bought her. I bought her. She wants to work from home, like a day a week, and she needs a couple monitors. And it's reinvesting because she could work. If she could work from home all the time and watch the baby, perfect. So I bought her that, and then I'm probably gonna have to buy, or not have to. I'm probably gonna buy her more stuff. I'm gonna spend far more than she spends on me. Because I'm getting fitted for a driver.
So
Now wait, did you get new clubs because they were all cracking?
They resent.
Did they
mine.
replace them all?
he
They
got, he
replaced
got the
them.
new tailor-made Krakens.
Yes,
They're sweet.
Kraken's the
They were
5
all
iron.
cracking.
Yeah.
They were all cracking. He would text us like 3 times a day. I think my clubs are cracking. I think my clubs are cracking. But they were, and they replaced them for you?
Well,
They did. So the 5 irons, the face of my 5 iron cracked, which is weird. Just a lot of power in my golf shot. Apparently, you disagree. Apparently,
no, I know.
Just so strong.
It tickles. He's
It's
got
just
so
stroke.
much
And
power.
then
so strong.
the 3 and 4 irons hosel bent from me swinging.
I feel like that's like a Harry Potter name, like
Here's-
Puzzlebent.
Here's the thing with Kyle. So I was talking to Kyle the other day, and I'm like, I think I need to go get new clubs. Like I think I want to get fitted for clubs. And he's like, and I go, what? And he's like, just as positive. I'm like, I go, what? And he goes, yeah, you might want to spend some time like basically getting better at golf.
This is what I said.
And I go, okay. And he's like, and I'm like, so what? I go get fit, and they're gonna give me some top flights for like $300 and be like, here, this will work just fine. Like,
this is what I said. I said, if you want to get fitted for clubs, figure out the swing that you're going to use for the rest of your life, and then go get fitted for clubs. Because if you go get fitted for clubs and you change your swing, now those clubs don't fit your swing.
When were you doing this fitting thing?
I was gonna do it like, maybe like for 1Q20.
Like, when was this, though? When were you going to
Just
go
a
do it?
couple. We talked about it just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that Mike changed his swing like
6 times
like mid-July.
in the last 3 hours.
like mid-July, he's like, hey, because Mike swings like an old man.
Oh, so old.
He it's just
No
a small
hips.
backswing,
No hips.
and then brings it down fast,
Yeah.
and then bah! And it's actually a decent swing. He keeps in competition with everyone else
No,
decently.
don't say that.
Decently.
Don't say that.
Decently.
Because here's what happened when I actually took one lesson. So
He gave you a muscle relaxer.
the guy's like, hey, we're on the hole that goes over the creek, like little par 3. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey, just hit a few balls. Just hit a few balls for me. I'm gonna record your swing. I swung 3 times and hit balls, and he's like, can you like move your hips at all? Like, and I go, what do you mean? He goes, look at your video, and the middle of my body does not move.
No.
Like it, and he's like, when your swing comes from your hips, like you gotta open your hips up to be able to get consistent and get power. And I'm like, oh, I can't do that. And he's like, you gotta learn.
If you taped a rod to both of Mike's hips, and when he's addressing the ball, it's pointed at the hole, the rod would be stay pointing at the
would
hole
not
the
move.
entire swing.
Would not move. So he's like, look, dude, you got to figure this shit out before I teach you anything. Like, you got to open, So I worked like the rest of the summer on.
He looked like Dak Prescott.
I did. That's what I need to do. I need a Dak Prescott move. That's what I need to do. 'Cause he's like, dude, you are the most inflexible person I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And so like I spent the next 2 months, 3 months like trying to open my hips up, and it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
If you've ever hung out with Mike, you'll know that if you are talking to him from the left or right, that say, "Hey, Mike," he'll turn and his whole upper body turns. Like he can't turn his neck. He's like, "Yes."
Oh my
There's a lot going on. A lot going on. Yeah.
I know we're in the New Year's part, but I want to ask, how did you guys become friends? Like, what's the history behind?
Oh, I used to hang out with his wife.
Oh yeah, 2 to 3 times a week.
Yes.
You get tired.
You get tired of hanging out with my wife. Hey, I can't do this every weekend anymore.
In high school.
You gotta.
Actually wrote it in the yearbook.
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell. She's not listening. She's not listening verbally. I need to write this down in her yearbook
Yeah.
so she can read.
What did I
read
say?
it. I'm getting tired of hanging out every weekend.
Of hanging out every weekend.
I'm winded.
Tiring. Yeah. No, so my wife dated Kyle's best friend in high school, Arbo, which is cool. That's fine. Whatever.
Which we don't give you crap for.
We've moved on.
Yeah, we should have. Damn it. No, kidding. No, this is a thing that is interesting about like my
Entrance.
like our friend group. Like our interest in the friend group was I didn't really hang out with these guys. Like none of these guys I hung out with until junior year, right? Probably.
Well, when he started dating Katie.
Yeah, I mean, sophomore, junior year, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
Sophomore year,
Mike.
junior year.
When
yours.
did you show up in Enumclaw?
5th grade.
5th grade.
Yep.
Mike shows up in Enumclaw, Southwood Elementary.
JJ, then Southwood.
Oh, you got booted.
You got booted. Plays into my story.
Yep. So Mike shows up in
like
5th.
Mexicans.
Yes. JJ Trump. So Mike shows up to Southwood in 5th grade, and he's got a Sean Kemp jersey.
Yep.
Which
It
is
might be
great.
dead of winter.
I love that.
Might be dead of winter, and Mike shows up in shorts and a Sean Kemp jersey, and I'm pretty sure the side of your head was shaved.
Yep.
And then you had the front.
Cut.
Like the Sean Kemp
I
had the
had
front.
the same thing when I was a kid.
And
you
the Sean
you don't
Kemp,
have hair there.
Oh, I did.
and the Sean Kemp shoes.
Yes.
The little
Yep.
like skateboard ramp.
Like I've known of Mike since 5th grade, but we didn't hang out until probably his junior year of high school.
Yeah.
And it was just because of Arbo?
No. It's just I just didn't. I had a different group of people.
Yeah.
Who was your group?
He was a grade younger.
O'Connor, Jake, Chris.
Yeah, and like as I got in like my freshman sophomore year, Tyson and I became really good friends. Like the 8th grade.
How'd
grade.
that happen?
Tyson and I.
Yeah.
He started buying cars in 8th grade.
So Tyson and I thought this to this day.
to lease another car from you.
This is the like literally 8th grade, and Tyson may correct me because he probably has way better memory of this, but Natalie Portman. You guys know Natalie Portman, right?
Oh, heck yeah.
I had a Natalie Portman picture inside of my binder.
Oh, when you
had the clear plastic, right?
Yeah.
And Tyson's like, I was walking by and he's like, I love Natalie Portman too. And I'm like, me too.
Tyson
And that's what
loved
happened.
Natalie
BFFs?
Portman.
Right. That's what happened. And ever since then, we've just been really good buddies, right?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like,
So Mike was friends with, when we were seniors, Mike was a junior, and so he hung out with Tyson and
McElfresh. Ryan
So he was,
Smith,
yes, he was
like,
part of that group, and then we had our friend group that we still have
Right.
that were seniors, and then Mike started dating Katie, who was part of our friend group, basically.
Really, yeah.
So Katie's been a part of our friend group longer
For a
than
while.
Mike. Yeah.
McElfresh, I've never met, but Bobby just sent me a message. I don't know how this podcast is going to go. We started New Year's resolutions. Let's do this first. I'm going to take like half of this out and put it in another podcast.
Right.
Okay? Mike on the Mic is its own friggin' like world. We cannot put it in a bottle. We wish we could because it'd be easier for me to edit. But because of not being able to do it, we're going to end this episode. We appreciate everybody that listens, everybody that subscribes. Love you all. We're going to talk on McElfresh in a bit. We're going to talk about COD at some point in our lives. And just love you guys. Thanks for listening. And have a great week.